Welcome everyone. In today's lecture, we'll talk about the next topic which comes in Microbes in Human Welfare chapter, that is microbes in sewage treatment. So in NCERT, under topic 10.3, we have the topic, what is that? Microbes in sewage treatment, right? So let us start the topic microbes in sewage treatment. First of all, we should understand what is sewage, right? We should understand what is sewage. Municipal waste water is called sewage. What is sewage? It is nothing but municipal waste water. And what does this municipal wastewater contains? It contains 95.5% water only. It contains 95.5% water only with organic. The remaining is organic and inorganic materials. It contains organic and inorganic matter, we can write. 95.5% is water only and the remaining proportion goes with organic and inorganic matter with microorganisms like bacteria and fungi, with microbes like bacteria and fungi. The sewage contains 95.5% water. It's not a pure water, it's polluted water with the organic and inorganic materials along with the microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. And that all together is called as sewage, which is called municipal wastewater. What is the major component of the sewage? Human excreta. Human excretory material is the major component of the sewage. Let us write down. Human excreta is the major component of sewage. It's a major component of sewage. And the microorganisms like bacteria and fungi which are present in sewage are not beneficial microorganisms, they are pathogenic microorganisms, disease causing organisms. So the bacteria and fungi which are present in the sewage are pathogenic, disease causing. So since the sewage contains disease causing bacteria and fungi, since the sewage contains human excretory material, without treating the sewage, we cannot mix it up with the water bodies. So we can write, since the sewage contains pathogenic microbes and human excreta, right? It contains pathogenic microbes and human excreta. It should be treated. Sewage should be treated before disposing into water bodies. Before disposing into waters, rivers and streams, we need to treat the sewage first, remove the pathogenic organisms, remove the human excretory and organic materials. After treating only, we have to mix that sewage water into the water bodies. If sewage is not treated and as it is the sewage is mixed with the river water bodies, then what happens? The water bodies gets polluted. Untreated sewage. Untreated sewage, when mixed with, if it is mixed with water bodies, it will pollute the water bodies, right? It will pollute the water bodies. Not only it will pollute the water bodies, it causes the outbreak of waterborne diseases. Whoever are consuming that water, animals, humans and all who are consuming that river water will get waterborne diseases. if untreated sewage is mixed with the rivers and lakes and water bodies, then it will pollute the water bodies and cause outbreak. It cause outbreak of waterborne diseases. Now, can you list down and tell me a few examples of waterborne diseases? Typhoid, cholera, then next one, dysentery. All these are examples of jaundice. All these are examples of waterborne diseases. So, few diseases which spread by polluted water are, we can write typhoid, which is a bacterial disease. Other one, we can write cholera, right? So, which is also a bacterial disease. Then dysentery, jaundice. Suma, all these are waterborne diseases. All these are waterborne diseases. So you are understanding the magnitude, what happens if the sewage is not treated. If the sewage is not treated, it causes waterborne diseases. First problem. Second problem, it is polluting the water bodies. That's the other problem. Then, since it causes foul smell and all, it kills the fish and all, it is choking the lake or the water to death. That is also other problem. So many problems are there. So sewage should be well handled. It should be disposed properly. Now, decomposition of the sewage, degradation of the sewage, where they will do it? In STPs, sewage treatment plants. Okay. So, degradation of sewage. Where do we do the degradation of sewage? In STP, we will tell. What do you mean by STP? Sewage treatment plants. STP stands for sewage treatment plants. So, in sewage treatment plants, the sewage is degraded, the sewage is decomposed, it is converted to less toxic forms, then they will mix it into the freshwater bodies. Understood, children? What did we discuss so far on the board? We were talking about what is the role of microorganisms in the sewage processing. Then we were trying to understand what is sewage. I told sewage means municipal wastewater. What are the components, composition of the sewage? This much % polluted water along with organic matter, inorganic matter, and disease causing bacteria and fungi will be there. The major component of the sewage is human excreta. Since the sewage has human excretory materials and pathogenic organisms, it should be treated. After treating only, we should mix it into the water bodies. If you don't treat it, you are mixing as it is, then the water bodies are getting polluted. People who are drinking those water bodies and all that water will get waterborne diseases. Since excreta and every material is there, it causes foul smell and it chokes the pond or the river to death. Take a screenshot, we will continue. Yes. Now, we were talking about sewage treatment, right? And we are telling that microbes involvement is there in the sewage treatment. Do you know how much amount of sewage is generated all throughout the world or throughout the globe? Tons and tons, gallons and gallons of sewage is being released day by day, day after day. And you know who are treating the sewage, who are converting the toxic sewage into less polluted one? Microorganisms. Means the tiny microorganisms are doing such a great task. What is that great task? Sewage decomposition, sewage degradation. So will be amazing to hear that microorganisms have such a beneficial role that they are degrading, they are removing the waste matter, the pathogenic organisms, human excretory materials from the sewage water, and they're converting them into normal water bodies. Excuse me. So far, what is it called? Microbial degradation of the sewage, or we call it as microbial treatment of sewage. And this microbial treatment of sewage means use of microorganisms in treating the sewage. It has been practiced from more than century years. This process has been in practice. It has been in practice from more than a century. From more than a century, this process is in activation. And man is so advanced that we design computers, we design robots, and we design so many modern things. But we were not able to design any technology which can replace the microbial treatment of sewage, right? So NCERT says that so far there is no better process, there's no better process to decompose sewage. The better process is microbial decomposition only. NCERT says that till date, no man-made technology, till date, no man-made technology, till date there's no man-made technology has been rival to the microbial technology. Has been rival means has been replaced to the microbial technology. This is the exact sentence of NCERT which I have taken. So which means that so far there is no technology which can rival or which can replace the microbial treatment. Means microorganisms are doing such an efficient process. Understood? So that's why we call it as microbial treatment of sewage. Now when we have to talk about sewage treatment, in how many stages microorganisms do the sewage treatment? In 2 stages. So sewage treatment in STPs occurs at 2 stages. It occurs at 2 stages. What are the 2 stages? The first stage is called as primary treatment, and the second stage is called as secondary treatment. This is called secondary treatment. Children, primary treatment is nothing but the removal of the particles physically, removing all the floating particles, removing all the sedimented particles by using some physical forces. So that is why primary treatment is also called physical treatment. So primary treatment is also called physical process. And secondary treatment involves microorganisms, so it is called biological treatment. So secondary treatment is also called biological treatment, where microorganisms are exactly involved, means in the secondary treatment. Since here microorganisms are not involved, filters are involved, we can also call primary treatment as a biological treatment. It is also called a biological treatment. Okay children, now in primary treatment, why is it called physical treatment? Because we will physically see the particles which are floating, we'll physically see the particles, stones, pebbles, grit and all which settles, and that we remove. Okay, so primary treatment involves physical removal of floating, suspended and sedimenting particles. In physical treatment, we will try to remove all the floating polythenes and all, paper and all, water bottles and all. Sediment, suspended here and there like froth and all, they get suspended in between the water. That also we'll try to remove. Because of gravity like stone, pebbles, grit and all which gets collected at the bottom, that also we will remove by primary treatment only. Whereas secondary treatment, which is called biological treatment, what do we do here means the organic matter is degraded biochemically by microorganisms. Here's a physical process, you are removing from the top, from the middle, from the bottom. Here in biological treatment, what does it involve? It involves the organic matter degrades. The organic matter present in the sewage is degraded by microbes. That is why it is called biological treatment. Primary treatment involves again 2 steps. Primary treatment again involves 2 steps. Now, what are the 2 steps? As I told you, first we will do filtration. And we'll keep 7 layers of filters, sequential filters we'll keep. Step by step, particles get filtered. Whatever are particles which are hurdled, which are floating, which are suspended, which are sedimented, they remove off and all the liquid will get collected. That is called filtration, sequential filtration, 7 layered filtration. The second one is called sedimentation. The second step under primary treatment is sedimentation. First, we will remove the floating debris, then we will remove the bottom collected particles. If they ask you sedimentation comes first and filtration comes next in primary treatment, wrong amma. Filtration will come first, sedimentation will come next. In filtration, floating particles are removed. In filtration, floating particles are removed. And in sedimentation, like sedimented particles are removed, right? Sedimented means bottom collected particles. In sedimentation, sedimented particles are removed here. These two together, filtration, sedimentation, together comes under primary treatment. Now, after primary treatment, we will take this to the secondary treatment. Secondary treatment involves 3 stages. Now, what are the 3 stages of secondary treatment? The first one, I'll write down 3 so that you'll understand. After this, we are going here. The first step under secondary treatment involves aeration tank. What is it called? It is called aeration tank, followed by settling tank. Okay, so that means I need to write number 4 is settling tank. The last one, the 5th step is called as anaerobic sludge digester. Anaerobic sludge digester. Okay, so you have to remember them in order. What are the steps they will ask you? These 2 under primary treatment. These 3 under secondary treatment. If they ask you to arrange in sequence, this is our sequence. Filtration, sedimentation, aeration, settling, anaerobic sludge digester. These are the steps. You have to go one after the other. So this is briefly what happens in the sewage treatment plant. How many stages are there? 2 stages are there. What is the first stage called? Primary treatment, which can also be called as physical treatment. Since physical forces are involved here, physically whatever you are seeing the waste you are trying to remove it. Since microorganisms are not involved, it is also called abiological treatment. So what do we do here? We'll try to physically remove the floating particles, the suspended particles, the settled particles. Involves 2 steps again. Filtration, sedimentation. Filtration removes floating particles. Sedimentation removes bottom collected particles. Now, the next step is secondary treatment. We are telling it is microbes which are used in sewage treatment. Where are they exactly involved? Primary, na? No. In the secondary treatment, they are involved. That is why it is called biological treatment. What will the microorganisms do? They try to remove the organic matter. They try to degrade the organic matter. Okay. So by releasing some enzymes, by doing decomposition in how many steps? three steps. First, aerobic bacteria will work. So it is aeration tank. Then you will allow it to settle. You will give rest for the time. That is settling tank. Then another set of bacteria, anaerobic bacteria will work. That comes under anaerobic sludge digester. Am I making easy for you? Are you able to understand in a flow? Take a screenshot. We will continue. Right? Now, can we talk about primary treatment in detail? Primary treatment is called physical treatment. A biological treatment, right? Yes. Primary treatment. Okay. Now, what do we do exactly in primary treatment? Means it is the process of physical removal of small and large, floating and suspended solids from the sewage. Primary treatment involves the physical removal of small and large, suspended and floating particles, suspended and floating particles from the sewage. Correct. It involves two things. What is the first one? Filtration. Now, what do we do here in filtration? The floating papers, polythene bags, water bottles, plastic things and all, the floating debris is removed by sequential filters, right? Filtration includes removal of floating debris is removed sequentially by filtration. 7 steps of sequential filters are arranged, right? 7 steps of sequential filters of various porosities. One filter is having small pores. It can trap only small particles like that. Of various porosities are arranged. Amma, understood about the first step or any doubts? So, we will try to remove all the floating debris by passing the sewage through 7 layers of filters. Now, second one is called sedimentation. What's the second step called? Sedimentation. In sedimentation, the grit is removed. What is removed? The grit. What do you mean by grit? NCERT says it is nothing but the soil and the small pebbles, small stones are removed. So, grit means soil and small pebbles, and because of density forces they get collected at the bottom and they are sedimented and that sediment is removed off. Okay, if we have to see the picture, this is filtration, right? So, when we are passing the sewage, whatever the floating particles are there, see, this is a bottle I am drawing, okay, and this is some floating thing. So, this and this are removed. Floating debris are removed in filtration, and from filtration you will connect it to sedimenter. You will connect it to what is the sedimentation. In sedimentation, what happens? All the liquid will be on the top, whereas all the stones, pebbles, grit and all, whichever are denser particles will get collected at the bottom. will get collected at the bottom. Now, what is this bottom collected part called? It is called as primary sludge. What is this upper fraction called? Primary effluent. This is called primary effluent. The liquid which is on the top is called primary effluent. The solid which is at the bottom, which contains all unwanted stones and all unwanted waste materials, and what is called primary sludge. These are the things which you should understand carefully. What is primary effluent? What is primary sludge? Now this primary sludge is taken out. It is dried. The primary sludge is taken out, it is dried, and it is used for land filling. Where do we use this primary sludge? We use it for land filling, or we use it in composting, or we use it for biogas production. Okay, children? So we will take all this solid out, we will dry it out and fill the open barren land. That's called land filling. We can use it as a compost, manure. Okay, so that's called composting. We can use it as a raw material for gobar gas production.